It's November 17th, 1978. Mr. Lucas, are you watching the Star Wars Holiday Special? It's terrible. Everything about it is just awful. I mean, the cartoon wasn't that bad, I guess, but the rest of it is just terrible. It's unwatchable. Should I pull the show?
No, it's okay, Rackman.
But sir, the ratings.
It's okay. It's one of those things. It's happened. I just have to live with it. It's in the past now. And the past was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Now come with me, Rackman. I want to tell you about these wondrous creatures known as the Ewoks. Just think, one day you'll tell these stories to your grandkids.
Bilulu, bilulu.
So, Grandpa, did you kill him? Did you kill Lucas and save the Star Wars franchise?
No, I didn't. That's why I drink. I drink because the Star Wars Holiday Special is shown on television.
They irritate the irritated, flux perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This, the only podcast to aggressively nitpick mistakes that have already been apologized for and then pretend that I'm doing something clever by just saying the title, Why Would You Make This? Yeah. I'm Jimmy Time. I'm joined by only one of my co-hosts today, Jay Delta. What did you do with Danny Money?
Well, I had to call him out, so now he's trapped in the sixth dimension.
As we all know, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so
trapped
the
in a
called out limbo.
Yeah, it's a Superman 2 like singularity that
yeah,
floats
like
actually just through your room, not really through space.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, and it's not really like a mirror that bounces. How does that work anyway? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I know how ours works.
Yeah, I know how ours. Superman doesn't make any sense.
That's a fucking mystery to me. Hollywood ruins everything. All right, so we watched the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this film did not get lost in translation. It was put out in Canada and Russia, and they didn't like Russia was like it's the festive special issue, but that's like it's still.
I'm surprised because this is like isn't this height of the Cold War like late 70s?
Yeah, I don't know. They got it somehow because it's never been reproduced, never been reprinted, so they must have been put out live.
Americans were like, we have to beam over all the capital like it was fucking pirated over there.
I guess. I think it was filmed in, I don't know if it was broadcasted in, but I think I'm pretty sure it was filmed in Canada. So maybe Canada was like, fuck this, neutral. I don't know how you say fuck it and then neutral, but
yeah.
You press the big bomb button and it just turns everything gray. We're neutral now. Gray flags unroll in like the city capital.
Tell my wife I said hello.
Hello, yes. All right, well, I mean, let's get into the budget. Danny Money is not here, so he doesn't have anything for us, obviously. Yeah. But I have the budget, which was about $1 million is what I got. Which, I mean, $1 million in 1978?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a lot, but this is literally right after Star Wars, so...
Yeah.
They knew whatever they were doing was going to just print money.
This is only their second television event, if you will. The first one was the year before this, and it was the making of Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, they're still pretty new at TV when it comes to Star Wars, but...
This is episode 4.5.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right. What else do we got? Well, it was a TV show, so we also have some ratings. It got 17.4 million households at a 28% viewership. If you look at the rest of the other shows, it's pretty much average.
See, it's crazy because you're like, oh my god, 28%, but then you realize there weren't many channels back then.
No. Also, this it wasn't something that was totally out of place because it played on Friday on ABC, I believe. CBS, which I think was when I could have read wrong, but I think that's when they usually show their movie of the week. So it fit right into there. Yeah. It didn't really miss too many viewers. What else was it saying? Oh, about the ratings. Just they said that if you really look at the ratings, you can see that right after the cartoon, that's when it starts to.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know it's Friday, but it's also 9 p.m. There's probably a large amount of children like, okay, bedtime now. It's 9 p.m.
Maybe.
You know, I mean, weekend. I don't know how late.
Or maybe people were just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Oh, good. The kids fell asleep. I can stop this shit now. They passed out from boredom.
Their nose started bleeding. We have to bring them to the hospital. Good.
What are you doing? You're watching Star Wars? Go do something creative, like play with fire in the backyard. Just learn about fire. All right, yeah. So let's go to our favorite hour.
The holiday special hour?
Oh, the Troy McClure hour.
Okay, good.
Hello there, I'm Troy McClure, host of such regretful holiday-themed specials as Drake's second annual Jewish-Canadian Hanukkah Hoser Fest and the Jolie Pitt Multicultural Fun Time Adopt-A-Ganza. Tonight, I welcome you to the first annual George Lucas, I've made a terrible mistake, Merchandise Shillpalooza. All right, Star Wars. This is not the place for you to start if you don't know anything about Star Wars.
You know.
Just turn it off. Just go home and just I don't know. 1, 5.
Literally start anywhere but.
Yeah, you could probably start with 3 and it'd still be fine. 6. Start with the last and you'd be good. Didn't matter. So we're gonna talk about all the special guests. The special guests include B. Arthur, who is from Maude. Also the Golden Girls. But at the time, Golden Girls...
Maude
Golden Girls only been on for 1 year, and Maude was like in its last 2 years of like 7 years or something like that.
And Maude was like a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't say, and Maude argues with Greedo, instead of saying, and one of the Golden Girls. Like, it could have been like the one that nobody cared about.
Yeah.
There's B. Arthur, there's Betty White, and then there's the other.
Yeah.
It could have been the other. Like, that was a bad pitch, I think. We have also Art Carney from the 1955 TV show The Honeymooners. Yeah, I didn't know who the hell Art Carney was either.
Wait.
And then Danny Money came over and claimed that that's who that was, and I looked it up, and yeah, he's the other honeymooner. He's like the thin, dumb guy.
Oh.
He's not the fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because he's fat in the movie. You're like, no, he's the thin, dumb guy.
Yeah. Wow.
I forget what else he was in. Because I only wrote down one thing for everybody. But yeah, he's been in some things. I was like, wow, I actually know that guy. Next is Diane Carroll. Do not try to spell her name. You will get it wrong.
Yep.
There's like an H.
I'm pretty sure I was reading it and writing it, and I still spelled it wrong.
She is famous from the 1968 television show Julia, which I believe she started. And then finally we have Harvey Korman, who is most famous from Blazing Saddles. I think in the 70s they all went crazy because every single person here had like the insert name hour, like the insert name show. So it's like the B. Arthur show, the Harvey Korman show, the Diane Carroll show. Everybody had their own show at one point.
It's so crazy. I think everybody just loved variety shows and musicals in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's awful. Bleh. Bleh. Like any kind of variety show. Oh god. Even when the Simpsons did that like gimmicky, like their 5th season, they did like the Simpsons varieties. Even that. Bleh. And I
think it sucks because they don't have a theme. It's literally just a random collection of like, here's a variety of instead of here's a comedy show about the government. Here's a song about there's no theme.
Yeah.
It's just here's some guys doing some stuff. We didn't have a writers meeting at all.
These are not related at all.
No.
But here's some music, and then we're gonna do a short skit. It's not funny. It's not a comedy sketch. No.
No. Actually, technically, it's a very serious sketch, but it's filled with nothing but jokes.
Yeah.
Also, Jefferson Starship will play over that, but they're gonna play accordions.
Yeah.
And a dog will just be barking, not on mic, in the background of a microphone.
Yeah. He's outside.
Yeah.
The window. But we're not gonna close the window.
No, we're actually gonna move closer to the window as we record. Just weird 70s. And then at the end, when everyone goes to do the big da 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 da, we're just gonna play a lava lamp just over everything. Just and just put a jazz dun, ticka, dun, ticka, dun, and everyone be like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, all right.
What the fuck?
You think it was there were so few channels So someone aired a variety show once.
You could stop right there. Yes, there were so few channels. Yes, there was like 4, and that's...
Someone aired a variety show once, and they're like, wow, it got good ratings.
Yeah,
And they didn't think, oh, it's because there's only 4 channels.
Yeah, no.
They were like, well, it must be because it's a variety show. Give everyone a variety show.
Yeah. Oh, so...
You want to start it?
Do we? Do
I
we want to
mean,
start it?
I kind of don't.
I know.
But I guess we should.
We should. I mean, it's fine. There's not really too much to go through, to be honest.
In terms of plot, no, there's not. There's definitely not.
No. All right, so then, yeah, let's start the film.
If you want, I can just quote the entire first 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah? You think you can do it by memory?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's an exact quote. I think some of the grunts accidentally made English words sometimes. All right, so, I mean, it's luckily it is still Star Wars, so we get the opening scroll.
Yeah.
The opening scroll, and we get, we're told that Han and Chewie are escaping the Empire while trying to get back to Kashyyyk for Life Day.
To get back to where?
Oh, I don't know where, yeah.
I mean...
No, actually, in the opening crawl, it does say they have to get to the planet Kashyyyk for Life Day.
No, that's what it says. But is that how it's pronounced?
Oh, I don't
Look,
think they say the name of the planet.
they do.
No, I don't think they say the name Kashyyyk in the movie. I think they think Wookiees live on another planet.
All right, I think we should preface this by saying we're both fucking huge Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, not only have we seen the prequels and the original trilogy numerous times.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we watched them all once, like one viewing. We watched them all.
We've definitely done the marathon deal.
I got a Star Wars trivia game that we can't play anymore
because we know everything.
Yeah, we get halfway through the question and go, I know it. Boom.
Yeah.
Greedo, done. Move
Yeah,
on.
so we know all that fucking useless trivia.
I can't contain my rage. There was no Greedo in that bar. There was a Rhodian and some racism.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that pissed me off. Opening crawl, they lied to us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we're both
yeah.
huge Star Wars nerds. We're well versed in the expanded universe, even though it doesn't really exist anymore.
To me, it does.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of books that say otherwise.
Yeah.
They physically exist.
They
dude.
can't make my books
okay,
not exist.
They don't exist anymore. I just invented a new universe then with brand new characters. Way to go, me. Like, ugh.
I'll be a millionaire.
Yeah, like fuck it. Oh man. So yeah, allegedly they go to Kashyyyk for Life Day. Luke and R2 are fixing the X-wing for some reason. It's a rebel ship. You think they'd have like mechanics?
No.
Whatever, fine.
Nope.
Luke and R2 specifically are working on the X-wing. 3PO and Leia are trying to contact Han and Chewie. Witness Boba Fett. Watch one of the Golden Girls argue with Greedo. Watch Princess Leia sing. Witness Life Day as Wookiees march into the sun, and more singing from the princess. I don't know what happened because it started off like, oh, Han Solo are desperately escaping the Empire, and then Han and R2 they're trying to fix the X-wing, and watch Boba Fett. Like it just went from from intro to Star Wars to Carnival Barker.
Yeah,
like it totally went left field.
You'll see such exciting things as Boba Fett as he does weird things in a new uniform you've never seen before.
Or again.
Or ever again. Also, he rides a giant Loch Ness monster that swims through jelly.
What? Oh, man. Why did we visit that planet again?
Yeah, but...
Done. All right, yeah, so then we jump right into the Millennium Falcon, and Han and Chewie, like we said, are trying to escape the Empire. They jump to light speed, and we get the opening. Ta-da! Long time ago, galaxy far, far away. Yeah. I gotta mention this, because I don't think I've ever heard anyone ever talk about this. Chewbacca has a mustache.
I mean, I guess...
No, see, that's the thing. I guess Chewbacca 1,000% has a mustache. Look at his face, and you'll see right above his lip, not only does the hair part a different way, it's a darker shade. He has like a Lando Calrissian mustache. Which brings me to my second point. Chewbacca's a black man. I'll give you time to look up the mustache before you react to him being black.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He definitely
has a mustache.
Nobody ever talks about it. He definitely has a mustache. He 100% has one.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone talk about it before.
I mean, yeah, it's just a darker shade, and it's
definitely...
Yeah.
It can't be anything else.
I mean, you've seen dogs with, like, that look like that, right? Like,
yeah.
It looks like they have, it's a darker shade.
Yeah, they got like a beard or something like that.
And Chewbacca was based on Lucas's dog.
Yeah, but I don't know what kind of dog does Lucas have.
I mean, it was like, he probably looked at his dog and was like, "You're gonna be my co-pilot," and then that was it.
The dog was like, "Meow, kill me."
And he's like, "That's it, that's the noise."
And then someone ruined his vision.
Yes.
So... Yes, we go into the intro. I feel like we've already learned everything, but apparently we're going to the intro now.
Yeah.
They introduce everybody from the Star Wars universe, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, blah, blah, except for Kenny Baker, because this is still, like, during the time where midgets don't have rights.
No.
Or little people.
Mean, you don't want to, like, show a little like, it's a children's show. You don't want to make the children uncomfortable by showing them a hideous little man.
I guess. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, if we could go back through time and credit Kenny Baker and not credit Anthony Daniels, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we get everybody's there, and not Kenny Baker. He can go fuck himself. R2-D2 plays R2-D2. We introduce the Wookiee family, his boy Lumpy, his father Itchy, Mala, his wife, the celebrities, B. Arthur, Art Carney, Diana Carroll, Jefferson Starship, Harvey Korman, and an animated Star Wars story.
Yeah.
First word from our sponsor, GM.
All right.
Humans making cars for humans to go places with cars.
Yep.
That's pretty much what they said. All right, we go back to Kashyyyk, and there's a 15-minute grunting series. Like, it's just...
Except, like, I always thought, like, the way Chewie sounded pretty good. Like, it never bothered me. Like, I was never like, oh, that doesn't... But the way the other Wookiees sounded in this, it sounded like people doing bad Chewbacca impressions, which I guess that's all it was.
Yeah. Which is weird, because those sounds are usually an amalgamation of like 3 or 4 different sounds, and instead it just sounded like a human being mocking.
Yep.
I can't believe, like, because we already, it was a while ago, but we did the Ewok film.
Yeah.
Ewoks are just like, chicka-chee-choo. I don't know why I was surprised when we got the grunts, but I mean, after those two, I think that we know without a doubt in our mind that George Lucas is a firm believer in, if you don't know the language, don't go to the country. Just stay the fuck home, learn a fucking, pick up a book.
But, I mean, it's crazy because Lucas, at this point in his life, did kind of know what he was doing because...
Allegedly.
Like, in A New Hope, every time R2's like, boo 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 boo, and making noise, you always understand what he's saying based on the context of the reply. Same thing with Chewie. Chewie's always making the noise, and then, Han's like, oh, well, so-and-so.
Yeah, he repeats it back immediately.
Yeah, what do you mean this and that happened? Instead, we get 15 minutes, no subtitles, go fuck yourself. You're gonna watch Wookiees just go...
Yeah. It never stops either. It never stops. There's a part in the film, well, whatever, actually, it's not too big, I'll just say, there's a part in the film where one of the Wookiees gets a universal translator, doesn't use it ever. No. Doesn't even try to use it. Alright, so yes, we're still in Kashyyyk. The grandpa, Itchy, he's carving an X-Wing out of wood. Lumpy's flying one around the house. He annoys the grandpa, Itchy, and then Mala's like, come do chores, and the kid sneaks a cookie. And she's a cookie of some sort?
No,
what is it?
It's a Wookie-ookie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they call it that later.
I thought that was a different thing. I didn't realize.
No, they're Wookie-ookies.
Okay. Looking up, like, Art Carney on the internet, he may have, like, improv that line.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That may have been a total improv by him. So yeah, he sneaks a Wookie-ookie, and then Mala's like, come do chores, and he's like, all right, and he goes and does it, and then, or at least he pretends to, because then he goes outside, and like, he turns into like a typical loner, emo, teenage, like, kid, and he's like, I'm gonna play balance beam on this 50 high story ledge, because nobody cares about me.
Yeah. I miss my dad.
Yeah, I guess. And we go back inside, and then exactly that happens. Mala and Niksha are like, well, actually, I think Mala's like, hey, come here. Come look at this picture of your son. They're like, well, I miss him. He's like, no, I miss him. No, I miss him. No, I miss him. Which would be interesting if it wasn't for the fact that the entire dialogue was...
I also like that the picture of Chewie, it just looked like someone framed a trading card of him.
Yes.
It didn't look like a photograph.
He went to the Star Wars Sears department.
Yeah.
Stood in front of the backdrop.
I'll point this out now, but as we go throughout the special, I noticed it more and more. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like they put much into like set design. It looked like they went to somebody's like upstate house and filmed there. Yes. I was like, just fucking.
For me, it started right at the beginning when we were introduced to Han and Chewie in the Millennium Falcon, which is, to me, the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon looks like a toy commercial.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like a movie set like they're trying to do something. It looks like it's just the set of a toy commercial. So, yeah, after they argue over missing Chewbacca, for some reason, Lumpy comes back inside, and the grandpa, Itchy, is like, yeah, watch this program. Don't know why. I should point out that this is like the first 10 minutes of the film. Like, we just went through 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It expands 10 minutes of the film.
That's because the first 10, 15 minutes is just...
Legit just Wookiees arguing.
And they're like moving around, but there's no context. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
If I had to guess, the opening line was, I'm playing with a plane, go away, you're bothering me. No, I'm just playing. Come over here and do chores. No, Grandpa, save me from chores. Go do chores. Oh, why do I have to do chores? For 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like, what am I looking at? So yeah, the program, when we get to see the iconic thing, the first, I would, unless you count Han and Chewie in the Millennium Falcon, the first thing that kind of really connects us to the first film, which is we see the hologram chessboard.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I remember that. Apparently, in a world where people aren't like, yeah, let's fight in wars all the time because guns are great. If you're smart, you'll just make a TV out of a chessboard. Like,
yep.
Apparently, TV is inevitable. You can't avoid TV.
All they do in this is develop different forms of media because there's about 30 different ways to consume media in this, and they're all different.
We're watching a show about people watching various shows, basically.
No, that is exactly what it is. And the first one, like you said, they do play some holotape or something.
Yeah, to be brutally honest, it looks like the grandpa grabs a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Like a straight-up cassette deck tape.
No, yeah. And we get a solid 2.5 minutes.
I pushed it up to 5. That's what it felt like to me.
It felt way longer, but I thought it was... I had to go back and check. It was only 2.5 minutes. Yeah. It felt...
It felt,
circus performers, right?
Not really. The good ones. Like, there's no animals.
No.
So just get rid of all those in your mind.
And it's like acrobats, but they're not doing anything particularly
no high
exciting.
Wire stuff. So
yeah.
Get rid of that.
It's really just a bunch of people like walking around and doing cartwheels.
It's basically just like I have here. It's tumbling and spinning with feathers.
Yeah, that's it.
And then towards the end, there's also some juggling. And then, for some reason, we go to the Olympics, and there's an uneven bar. I don't know how the uneven... If I was at a circus and someone brought out an uneven bar, I would boo the whole time.
Oh, my God.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And the whole time, Lumpy, right? Lumpy's the kid.
That's the kid, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kid's name. Lumpy is like, yeah, all right, like clapping. Who the fuck?
The whole time I'm just going, it's the 70s, 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 it's the 70s.
But like, just picture if this was set, we're watching the fucking, I don't know, Golden Girls holiday special, and one of the guys, I don't know why that's the first thing, and one of the Golden Girls just sitting watching a TV going, alright, yeah. You'd be like, what the fuck is wrong?
Well, this is the episode where B. Arthur gets brain damage.
Oh, she suffered a stroke.
Yikes.
Yeah, she has dementia.
Well, I've seen the episodes after this. She's fine. I gotta tune in then.
Yeah.
How do they fix this?
What a cliffhanger.
Spoiler alert, it was the sauce. If you watch the show, they're all about Italian. Forget it, don't worry about it.
All right.
I don't watch Golden Girls. No, of course not.
No, definitely not.
So Luke and R2, right? Because we don't have... Oh, no, we did miss a pretty important part, which is after the show ends, Mala's like, all right, come do more chores. And Lumpy like, all right, fine. And he goes and do some chores. And then Mala starts up her own apparently personal version of NORAD and tries to nuke the planet. Because she types it in and she immediately accesses traffic control for the entire planet.
Yep.
Right? What's weirder to me is after she looks it up, she searches for a starship, but there are no starships in the area.
No.
Right? So there's, I guess, just no traffic on the whole planet.
You would think, like, there would at least be an Imperial ship or two.
Yeah, considering what happens later.
Yeah.
There should be, right? But yeah, they can't find the ships, so that means no Han and Chewie yet, right? So she goes over to a hidden computer behind like 2 different compartments and dials it up and calls Luke. And the Wookiee family's all like, blah, 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 just all 3 of them are just yelling at him. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna continue working on this X-Men.
Oh, so you like my new haircut?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that his whole face looked like just like they put like what they put on it, like the grease, like the soap opera lens where everything just shines and everything. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Yeah, R2 is working on the X-Wing with Luke, and R2 keeps messing things up. Or maybe he doesn't. He's a droid. He does what he's told, so Luke is probably just an idiot. Especially because Luke, like, that's every interaction. It's always like, hey, how's it going? I'm Luke Skywalker. Oh no, R2, what'd you do? Why did I constantly leave you in charge of things?
What if that's his, like, go-to excuse to get out of conversations? He doesn't, like, he gives R2 the signal, and then R2, like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, R2, I gotta go over here now, I'm sorry.
It could be. I just read that. I wish I remember which president, but, like, fucking, like, Hubert Humphrey or something
Ford,
like that.
Gerald Ford.
Was it him?
I read
the
it,
dog
too.
Liberty?
Yeah.
He would be like, meh, meh, and the dog would be like, Ruff, I'm a dog! And that would create breaks in conversations.
Yeah.
And I was like, that right there, I was like, I gotta get a dog.
Yeah,
I gotta get a
that
dog tomorrow.
man's a goddamn genius.
Yeah, so R2 gets the signal, and he starts making smoke pour out of the X-Wing engine. And then after he fixes it, Luke is like, oh, Han and Chewie aren't there yet? Well, don't worry, they're wild cards. Anything could happen to them. I'm sure they're fine.
They might have gotten held up by an asteroid storm.
They'd be dead if that happened. They'd be dead.
What is an asteroid storm?
I'm going to presume it's some sort of asteroid belt that's just rogue, floating through the galaxy.
It just goes wherever it wants.
Yeah, so he's like, well, don't worry, anything could happen to them. They could have... and then he mentions the asteroid field, and he's like, R2 the signal, R2 the signal!
Yeah.
And then the engine starts giving out smoke again. Which leads...
They could have been caught in an asteroid storm and gotten murdered. I mean...
Smoke everywhere! But that leads me to believe that X-Wing engines may run entirely on steam.
Yeah.
I think they may be steam-powered.
Well, that's how nuclear reactors work, right?
On steam?
Like, literally, all a nuclear reactor does is it's like a little nuclear core that heats up water, that creates steam, that spins turbines.
Yes.
Fucking, we're still on steam power.
Yeah. We actually learned that in Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah.
We learned how nuclear energy works from Howard the Duck. That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Another
boy.
Lucas masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. That guy's teaching us some shit, I'll tell you. Between him and Keanu Reeves? Wait, no. Pauly Shore? Yeah. I don't know why, but it weirded me out. Does the X-Wing suit always have pockets?
I don't know.
It weirded me out that a pilot's suit had pockets. Because Luke was like, hey, what's going on? And just put his hands in his pockets, like all casual and stuff.
Well, what if you want, like, chewing gum or something?
I'm sure there's a cockpit compartment.
Yeah, but what if you have to get out of the cockpit compartment?
Oh,
what if you crash?
Well,
Then you just gotta carry a bag with you everywhere?
Yeah,
That's silly.
well, you can carry a dead, Tauntaun if you want. That's
Carry everything around in a dead
Tauntaun, yeah. Yeah, so Mala, after whatever it was we just did. Oh, she was talking to Luke, that's right. She goes to the giant NORAD computer again and connects to Wookiee... Trading Post Wookiee Planet C.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the point where everything on the screen is written in straight-up English.
Yeah, instead of basic. Or Arubesh,
Or,
as they call it.
which is extra confusing because later on in the same fucking holiday special, you see shit written in Aurebesh or Aurebesh.
Yeah, well, it's like a stylized art, so it's not even like, you can't even like recognize it right away. It's like a script Aurebesh, so you're like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Someone.
It's like Sanskrit.
Someone learned fucking penmanship in school.
So in the trading post, we get introduced to Art Carney, and he shows an off-duty Imperial officer some stuff he might want to buy, but the officer does not want to buy it. Mala, we get the call from Mala, and he's like, oh, don't worry, ma'am, I know exactly what you're here for. That shaggy carpet you ordered will be arriving soon, and the old little lady made it by hand. You get my drift? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And she's like, yep, I got it. And that's the end of that call. And then Art Carney's like, oh, yeah, look at this great product I have. It does all this great stuff. Take it. And he's like, I will take it. And he's like, so you gonna pay me for it? He's like, no, I said I'd take it. And he leaves, and then he mumbles to himself. Like, oh boy. Like, until I realized he was in the honeymooners, I was like, is this guy a national treasure? Like, he saved the president or something?
Yeah.
Like, why is he on this show? We go to Darth Vader makes an appearance, and he's on the Imperial Star Destroyer, and he's like, oh, we'll search every household if we have to. I want them alive.
I'm pretty sure that this was a deleted scene from A New Hope.
Yep.
Redubbed.
Totally.
Because when the Imperial officer's talking, nope, that is not what he's saying. His lips are not matching up to the words that I am hearing.
No, yeah, not even a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, no, that absolutely was a cutscene from A New Hope.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's it. Unless you got the cartoon, that's it. There's no more Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry to ruin that for you. Hey, commercial break.
Woo.
Yeah, my version of the commercials, and we're going to talk about some of the weird shit that went on in the 70s for commercials, just because I thought it was pretty cool. First off, this whole program is sponsored by GM, so we got a lot of GM commercials into it. The first one, they just have some guy talk about his job. Like, oh, I work on the planet for this many years, and putting a car together is great. And I gotta tell you, seeing human beings spackle together a car, I will never drive a car again. No, my God. Death machines these things are. Holy fuck. Like, I knew humans made cars, but watching someone spackle a car together, nope. Definitely anything made in the 70s was a death machine.
Oh, my God, without
Holy
a doubt.
Fuck. Next, we have Trail Tracker. Draw a crayon line in the playmat, and the Trail Tracker will follow it. Okay. New from Kenner. We're great.
What fucking shit toy is that?
I don't know. Well, it's from Kenner, which also makes the Star Wars
No,
toys.
I know that, but, like, just the concept. How long can that entertain you? You're like, I'm going to draw a line, and the car followed it.
Oh, forever, because what you do is you draw a line, and then when you take that line, you draw another line over it. Oh, which way's the Trail Tracker going to go when it comes to the fork? Ah!
But you can only do it on the mat. A little, like, 2x3 mat.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, you could have easily found, like, just some, like, shiny whatever, like, Marley, and just, you could have made your own.
I don't know.
But then you would have had to make your own. All right, we go back to Kashyyyk. We go back to the show, and Mala puts on a cooking program, and it's Harvey Korman dressed as, like, a lady, kind of?
I guess.
In my mind, he's dressed like one of the Disney World animatronic characters. Like, just the painting style and the way he moves. But also, he's like a female. I should point out that he's like it's spot on. Like, at no time did I go, this is definitely Harvey Korman. I go, that might be a lady.
Yeah.
Might actually be a lady. So, yeah, and he's giving the cooking program. And, Bantha's surprise and all that stuff. And they got it's a legit cooking program. He's like, all right, now put the egg in and do this, and now you have to whip. All right, now use 2 hands to whip and beat. All right, now do it faster. Now do it in a pattern and whip, beat, stir, beat, whip, stir, beat, whip. Now use a 4th hand, whip, beat, stir, whip. And I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm just going to cook what I have. Halfway through the program, she goes, fuck it, done. I don't care anymore. I don't know if you noticed this, but she's cooking in like a straight up wash tub. Like an old school metal wash tin. The only difference is, like a wash tin, it's like a straight cylinder.
Yeah.
And on the bottom, it's got like that like ledge kind of to give it off the ground. Yeah, that's hammered round.
That was the difference.
That was hammered round, yeah, because pots are round on the bottom, as we all know. And this is the scene that like kind of breaks the Wookiee family for me, because while Mala's like moving around cooking, just the way she moves, way too masculine. I don't know why, but something about the way Mala moves, I go, that's...
There's a dude under there.
Either that or Mala used to be, like, male. Had a sex change, you know? And, like, it's, like, I was just like, wow, like, all right. And that's when I started looking at the young, I'm like, I don't know, dude. Most old guys, they kind of just melt. And the grandpa, Itchy, he's kind of folded up into himself, which is some old ladies kind of do. They all, they fold into themselves. They fold into, you know, and then the little kid, that's a little boy, but he's like one of those, like if you look at him, he's like one of those, like, fat, asexual kids. You're like, are you a boy? Are you a girl?
No,
are you Chinese? Are you American? I don't know what the fuck you are, dude.
Oh,
you're so fat, you're just round.
I just assumed it was a little, like, you know, little person.
Oh, a midget and a...
Yeah, it had to be. Just
no, it probably was.
They had the body shape of, you know, they're, like, short and round, like sausage fingers. And...
Do you eat sausages?
Yeah.
So you eat midget fingers then, huh?
Yep.
That's
genuine.
Good. Yeah, so we go back to the Millennium Falcon. And Han and Chewie are still trying to escape the Empire because they came out of hyperspace inside of an Imperial convoy. Mm-hmm. A line I remember from the first time I viewed it. The first time I saw it, they were like, oh, Chewie, we're getting in trouble. And I was like, that's because you came out of hyperspace in an Imperial convoy. And then he said that line, I was like, oh, wow, I guess that's just a good line.
Yeah.
That's the most Star Wars thing said all day.
Yep. This is Star Wars.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, shit. And then Han is like, oh, no, the cannons aren't working. I gotta go manually man them. So he does that. We go back to Kashyyyk, and an Imperial message says that we're placing the planet Kashyyyk under martial law.
Kashyyyk!
I don't know. Like, we've got Kashyyyk, right?
Yep.
We've got...
Wookiee Planet C.
Wookiee Planet C, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. And now we've got Kashyyyk.
Yep.
I don't know. Also, at some point in the film, I'm pretty sure they say that Chewbacca's family lives on a Kashyyyk moon. So, I don't know anything that's going on right now.
Maybe this is Kashyyyk Moon C Kashyyyk.
I mean, that all adds up fine for me, but they didn't spell that out, so I can't agree. There's no...
It was nothing but confusing.
No, yeah.
I also like when the Imperials come on, they go, attention all viewers.
Yeah. Well, there's only one channel, so
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so the planet's under martial law because of suspected rebel activity. The Wookiees are scared. Again, don't know why. They're on Kashyyyk, not Kashyyyk. There's a knock at the door, but it's only Sondan, it's the name of Art Carney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like, who the fuck is it? Yeah, Sondan. He's bought presents, and he's like, how are my favorite Wookiees today? Which is, I mean, not technically racist, but it's still not right.
Yeah, no.
Like, if you went to India...
How are my favorite Indian people today?
Yeah, that's... So you hate everybody else, huh? Like,
yeah.
Like, you think it's okay that you're not racist towards us, is basically what you're saying.
Oh, so we're the only Indian people you like.
During the, like, rough draft or something, like your first draft, whatever, this guy, Sondan, was supposed to be, like, Lando. I don't know if it was supposed to be Lando or Sondan was going to eventually be Lando, but this character was supposed to be the Lando character.
Interesting.
Yeah, which would have been cool to, you know, have a slight introduction to Lando before instead of just being like, I own a city.
Unless they did it, that'd be reverse Batman style. Because remember how Billy D. Williams, he's like, no, I'm Harvey Dent. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, Tommy Lee Jones is Harvey Dent.
He had like one line in that film, and everybody remembers him as Harvey Dent.
He got paid for...
Yeah, well, that has nothing to do with the film, really, though.
He was Harvey Dent. What?
I guess. He was, sure. All he said is that, you know, we don't have time for ghosts and goblins, and then he smoked a cigar.
And then I had a Colt 45.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened. He's just in the background, just smiling. Ah! Come on! So, yeah, how are my favorite Aborigines today? So then he gives everybody gifts, and he makes Mala kiss him first, which is also creepy. I already don't like this fucking Sondan guy. I don't like him. Everybody takes their gifts, and they run away. We don't know what any of them are.
Is that seems rude, right?
To take his gift and run away?
Yeah, you, like, fucking, when has your grandmother ever come over and be like, here's your Christmas present? You're like, thanks, Grandma. You just fucking disappear and open it on your...
I don't know. Times were different, I think, back then, maybe. But it did seem like they told the kid to go away.
Get out of here.
Yeah, go play it. Go. Get out of here. Go play with that. Yeah, Itchy sits in his mind evaporator. And
His what?
His mind evaporator.
You know?
No.
His sex chair.
It's called the mind evaporator.
It's a sex chair
But-
slash hair dryer slash kaleidoscope.
Yes.
Get it right.
Sondan puts in a proton pack and some disc that he clearly jerked off to before he gave to him. And we get like a 10-minute thing of Diana Carroll straight up saying, I am your fantasy. That's not even a joke either. One of the producers was like, no, this was supposed to be softcore porn that could pass the censors.
Yeah, what the
He legit
fuck?
said that that's what it was supposed to be.
But what bothers me is throughout the entirety of this, everything the Wookiees like consume, they don't watch like Wookiee entertainment.
No, there's not a it's all white humans.
Yeah, that like, wouldn't he want to like jerk off to Wookiee stuff?
You know, it's probably more akin to British colonialism. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably just all British entertainment.
Oh, and they're like just forcing it
Yeah.
on them.
Like, yeah, something like that, exactly.
Okay.
It's probably, yeah, closer to that. Like, I know, like, they just found, like, a bunch, well, not just, but they recently found a bunch of Doctor Who, old Doctor Who, because originally BBC, they were like, so Doctor Who's done, right? We're just going to, like, tape over these tapes. Like, we don't need them anymore. We're just going to film right over them. And India was like, yeah, we got a bunch of shit they sent us, and we just kept it. We didn't show it to anybody. We didn't. So that's how we found, like, a couple of the missing tapes for Doctor Who.
Oh, shit.
Was India. We're just like, yeah, they're just in a basement. Like, we're not going to burn them. We're not going to do anything with them. Fuck it.
You know NASA taped over the original moon landing?
Oh my god! Like how scarce was tape back then? People couldn't wait to just erase their memories. Imagine if people reuse like camera film over and over, like just a picture over a picture over a picture. You know, that's how they probably did that for real, and that's how somebody got the idea for Back to the Future. Like, oh, look, it fades into itself over time.
That's it.
That's it.
They figured it out.
That was it.
Oh my god, this is it. I have a whole idea. There's a trilogy based on this single photo.
My poor cameramanship has created a franchise. Yes. Yes, and I'd also like to point out that Itchy is Chewbacca's dad,
Yes.
and he creates a fantasy in his mind of a black lady. Chewie's black. Lawyered. So we go to Leia and C-3PO, and C-3PO, he connects with Mala. He contacts her, and he's like, oh, Leia, here she is. And Leia's like, can I speak to Han or Chewie? Which is like a third party. You had a guy contact a lady to talk to people who aren't even, like, wow. Holy fuck.
Look, I know I called you, but I don't... Get the fuck away from the
Go
phone.
away.
Put Han Chewie on.
Yeah, no, that's almost exactly what happens, because
Yeah.
she tries, in, quite frankly, what is the most polite way I've ever seen anyone do, basically say, is there a white male I can speak to? Anyone.
Hey, come on. Somebody. I just need somebody but you.
Anyone.
That's not a Wookiee. Also, why did you want... Like, why was it put Han or Chewie on the phone?
Racism.
She wouldn't have understood Chewie.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, bring, brother. Oh, can you put Chewie on the phone? Brother. Oh.
Hi, Chewie. Where's Han?
Yeah.
So yeah, we go back to Millennium Falcon, and oh, excuse me. Actually, can you put somebody else on? Sondan's there. Don't worry, I'll watch them. I'm a friend of the Rebel Alliance. So boom, good. We go back to the Millennium Falcon, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have to land on the other side of Kashyyyk for safety. Actually, they just say we're gonna have to land on the other side of the planet for safety.
Yeah.
So we still don't technically know where they
It
are.
could be Wookiee Planet C.
Yeah.
Or Kashyyyk.
Yeah, so I presume we go back to Kashyyyk, and they hear the ship fly overhead, and they're like, oh, the ship flew overhead. They must be here. Let's go to the door. And they open the door, and there's Imperial troopers there. Ah! Wow, they just flew overhead. Wouldn't they be the door already?
They jumped out.
Yeah. Commercial! And we get the Sunday lineup. 60 minutes, All in the Family, which is there's a fight over money. Alice, Thanksgiving runs afoul. Lucy comes to Nashville. Dallas, which is I'm pregnant and you might not be the father. And that all starts at 7 on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Then we get Comtrex. It's better than other cold fighting medicines, and it's now in liquid. Then we get the International Ladies Garment Workers Union. Support us and not foreigners. And then they sing a song, look for the label union. We walk around the house, but we don't complain.
The best part is, it's literally like, if you're like, think of those like old videos where people start singing and then more people start. It was literally that, where like one lady starts singing and then more women start coming out from behind and they're all like
Never
marching and singing.
in my life has all of Kids in the Hall made sense.
Yeah.
Since I like this makes every skit. I go, oh, like I understand it now. That whole show just mocking like the late 70s.
Yep.
Like I get it.
Oh, they're just making fun of the shit that they just grew up
Yeah,
with.
like we're the Kids in the Hall. Ah! Yeah. Then we get a commercial for Bell telephones. They make the perfect Christmas gift.
No, they don't.
They're like, fucking
no.
don't. Unless your Christmas gift is to be bashed in the head with a telephone. Then we get a commercial for the Bible. Just watch the Bible Saturday.
Yep.
Then we get Reggie, the candy bar. The great candy bar named after number 44 from the New York Yankees. Reggie. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Reggie Jackson.
Maybe. I don't know that.
Maybe I'm just a racist.
They
but I was
never
like,
say his last
I was
name.
like, oh, Reggie. There's only one Reggie. It's Reggie Jackson.
I don't know shit about baseball. I don't know who number 44 is.
Hey,
but-
man. Get Reggie, the candy, named after me. Reggie. That's Reggie. The candy, Reggie, named after me. Reggie. That was the commercial.
What's it? I don't understand. What happened? He mentioned that there were like peanuts and nougat in it, and I was like, that actually sounds pretty good. But I don't know who he is.
Get me a Reggie ball.
Get Reggie. The Reggie candy bar named after me. Reggie Hitler. Oh! Whoa! So we go back to Kashyyyk, and the Imperial officers are like, we're going to search this place. And Sondan's like, look, I got, here's my, what do you call it?
Wallet.
Yeah, sure. Identification. He keeps talking about identification is very important. Like, he says so much, I'm starting to think, like, there's, like, a Nazi theme, like, we're in a war. Identification, very important. Like, it was so, like, I don't know what...
I have trouble with this because what I know from the expanded universe is the Imperials enslaved all the Wookiees and used them to build the Death Star.
Yeah.
Like, Kashyyyk they were not treated well. They didn't, no, they became, like, oh, you're a bunch of big, strong, black, black people. We're going to use you to build our infrastructure.
Yeah, according to the expanded universe, that's been going on since, like, episode 2.
Yeah.
This shit's been going on forever. So...
It really bothers me. There's one stormtrooper who... It's the Imperial, like, officer and then 2 stormtroopers. Yes. And one of the stormtroopers, he has the E11 blaster, and he keeps holding it. One hand on the handle and one on the clip. The little clip.
The proton pack, yeah.
And it drives me insane.
Yeah, that's not how you hold that, yeah.
Because literally every other stormtrooper you ever see just holds it like, you know...
Just like a fucking gun. Yeah. And hold on the barrel. And
yeah.
They cradle it, basically.
And the one who holds it like that is the one who's always, like, pointed in people's faces.
Yeah, he can't wait to shove that thing in somebody's face, yeah. Also, I don't know, like... They don't really show him. So I think he kind of blends into the background. But there's an Imperial officer. Mm-hmm. There's, I'm pretty sure, 2 stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And there's also, like... an Imperial gunner. Like, you know, the guy that mans the desk?
Yeah.
He's just, like, why? Yeah. He's got the helmet on and everything. Like, what's he there for?
These are the only props we can secure.
Based on what I learned, that's probably factual. Like, 100% factual.
It's literally like, I managed to escape when the Death Star exploded. But they didn't give me a new uniform, so I just gotta wear this.
We really thought...
Technically, they fired me.
We thought we were going to fill all the positions of the Death Star, so we've got quite a backlog of uniforms.
Well, we really didn't think the Death Star would get blown up after a week.
It was I'll admit, it was our Titanic.
We called it unsinkable,
Yeah.
and then we left the thermal exhaust port wide open.
We could have put a grate on there. Like, not even a thick grate. Like a thin, a plastic grate would have been fine. So, yeah. They go ahead and they start inspecting the gifts, the Imperial officers. They inspect the house, and then they inspect the gifts. And one of the gifts they inspect is Mala's gift, that weird, like, boombox kind of looking thing that she
Yeah.
got. And we learn that, oh, I was right. Sondan is a monster because he's apparently imprisoned in Jefferson Airplane in a field of light forever. And
Jefferson Starship.
Oh, that's true. This is the next fucking next decade. Jefferson Starship. They were airplane in the 70s, and then the 80s came. They're like, oh, we're in space now.
Yeah, so we get another form of entertainment, completely different from the last two forms of entertainment.
Yes, which is, it looks like.
And we get Jefferson Starship.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what
First off, I'm under the impression that it's them. Like the
that it's like they're trapped in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the TV that was a broadcast at some guy somewhere else. The chessboard thing that was just a hologram, just a program.
Yeah.
Maybe they filmed it and it was like a tape or whatever. Mm-hmm. Real people trapped in a light dimension, forced to perform forever. So yeah, they put on like a 5-minute show, a little song or whatever.
I did not understand a single lyric.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Like, it doesn't,
okay.
It doesn't fucking make any sense. And I don't know why watching and listening to this, I think I realized rock and roll is the next step up to banjo music. I don't know why.
But like it goes Kermit the Frog playing his banjo.
Yeah.
Jefferson Starship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a rise in aggression, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, like fucking, like, it's, because, banjo, you picture banjo, bang, 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 bang. No, I'm talking like dueling banjo, bang, 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 bang. That's the next step up to,
all right, yeah, I can.
It's the same thing. All white people. It's all,
Yeah.
there's like barely, it doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing. Country music lyrics, it's just nonsense. Like, what happened? Lost my dog.
Had a beer.
Well, though that's just a list of things that happened. Like, are you gonna tell me how you feel? Is there a metaphor somewhere? Is there like a facsimile? Nothing? You got
Nope.
How about a verb? Can you throw a verb in there?
Beer.
Oh shit! It's not even something I can argue with. I genuinely believe that you think beer is a verb. So Jefferson Starship, because I have airplane written down here. Jefferson Starship plays for 5 minutes, and then after the show's over, the Imperial officer is like, "I didn't like any of that. You leave now." And so he leaves, and they continue to search the house. Lumpy puts on some weird monitoring device of some sort. It allows him to watch his father and his father's friends in kind of real time, but also in cartoon form. I don't know if you paid enough attention to the cartoon to know exactly, like, what... This is technically a Rebel Commander's official star log that he's watching.
No, I understood that.
I got that. I don't understand it. But,
All right, yeah,
but I heard it.
My brain recognized that that's what was happening, but it did not make sense.
No, I don't. I think the commander said his name, but I didn't hear it. Like, it could have been like fucking Dak Biggs or like fucking, whatever. It could have been some famous guy, and I would have been like, I don't know who the fuck you are. But it's some fourth party's, like, third-party rendition of what's happening to people live.
No, not right then and there.
No? So it was a past?
Yeah. I don't, well, right.
Oh, right, because they're in space right now.
Yeah.
So it had to have been what happened right before all this then.
I guess. I don't know. It doesn't.
True, actually, yeah.
It literally makes no sense in the context of the show. Because
not. No.
How... Alright, why... Who produced this cartoon? In terms of Star Wars lore, who produced this cartoon? Like, are the Rebels so inefficient at their logs that the Rebel commander records his log and then sends it down to the animation department and they animate his logs?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, if I couldn't understand if that was what it was. Was it a legit did someone animate an official Rebel log, like, as some sort of, like, oh, won't this be fun? You can see what our troops are doing, and the kids can... Or, like, is this some weird, like, vision? Like, it's some weird, like, you know, instead of seeing everything in infrared, you see everything in cartoon. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on, you know? Like, we entered the Toontown tunnel, and I was still human, but everything's Toon. I don't know what the fuck's going on now. Like, I can stretch, but also I'm still a fucking... Like, I can bleed also. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
But you can dunk from half court.
But that wasn't the Toon World, wasn't it? I don't remember where... It's hard to know what part of Space Jam took place in the cartoon world and what part didn't sometimes. So, yeah, the cartoon it's... I mean... Comparatively, it's good, but it's mostly nonsense.
Oh,
it's mostly
yeah,
just a nonsense cartoon.
It's fucking...
Hound and Chewie are searching for a magical talisman that may make things invisible. We're not sure. They never find out what it does. Spoiler, they never find out what it does. But they're still not back from having the talisman, which is why I think it could be live, because they're not back yet from the talisman. Even though at the end they all come together.
So it's not long.
It could have been like, oh, we're all together now. All right, see ya. Like, it could have just happened. And
because Luke was fixing the X-Wing and Leia was
okay,
doing something.
Look,
She was using a typewriter.
I don't know what the definition of live means. Yeah, so Chewie's flying the Falcon because they finally get in contact with him, and Han's hanging upside down for some reason. I thought Han just had a bad back. Nope. Apparently he's suffering from a terrible disease. Luke goes after Chewie, and the droids are like, well, you're going to need us to translate. And he's like, all right, cool. They land on the water moon in the Pana system.
No, I didn't see water.
No, yeah. That red stuff, I guess, was water.
No, that was like
jelly? I don't know, yeah. Maybe they meant the liquid planet.
All right, I would buy that gelatin planet.
Yeah. A large creature that looks kind of like the Loch Ness Monster, or, you know, a dinosaur, tries to eat them. Boba Fett saves them for some reason, magically. Like, oh, I'm here conveniently. Pew, pew. Shoot him.
Look at this weird weapon I've got. It's fucking Poseidon's trident.
Yeah,
and
that shoots electricity, but also bullets. So yeah, they go ahead and everybody finds the Falcon, and then they find Luke. Oh, when Luke goes in, he passes out, and then Chewie's like, "It's a sleeping virus. You know, the talisman brought it on." And Boba Fett's like, oh, there's a convenient nearby city that has a cure. Let's go. So they go, and they're like, well, we found it. Let's go back now. Oh, excuse me. That's way too far ahead. They find it, and when they get to the city, Boba's like, just wait here, and I'm going to go get it. And Chewie's like, that doesn't make any sense, but fine.
Okay.
And then he goes and he calls Darth Vader. And they're like, oh, no, Darth Vader.
Cliffhanger.
We go back to Kashyyyk real quick, and this scares the shit out of Lumpy, who yells, and the Imperial officer's like, what's going on? Commercial. The commercial, we get another GM commercial. This time, James Rock, inspector of the 4-cylinder engines.
Yeah, he's proud of his job and the cars his company produces.
I mean, he's the quality control inspector, so like he does the most important thing. Like the first commercial, the GM, I was like, cool, this is cool to see it. This commercial, I was like, this guy's a dick. I didn't like this fucking guy. Next we get a Pillsbury plus yellow cake. It's better than Duncan Hines cake.
That's the commercial is literally like, we taste better than the other cake.
Yeah.
Like, can you do
Look
that?
at this lady. She switched. How about this bitch? She's doing cool shit too. What the fuck's up with you?
Ew! You're still eating that Duncan Hines.
Nasty.
Ew!
I bet your pussy stinks too. We get Hungry Jack biscuits. Hungry Jack biscuits. We think Hungry Jack is the same as both Paul Bunyan and Davy Crockett.
Okay.
I don't, because their Hungry Jack is a giant Paul Bunyan type character,
Yep.
and at the end they go, Hungry Jack, which is the theme to Davy Crockett. So I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Fine. We get the hour. This is an hour in right here. We get the news break. Russian, president?
Yes, Brezhnev.
Brezhnev says that
he
tested the neutron bomb, but didn't put it into production. A 23-year-old former CIA employee is convicted of selling stuff to the Russians. 11 inches of snow in Minnesota. And the blizzard of 78 didn't produce a bunch of babies like casually predicted by a random nurse. Also, an ad for Contact Cold Medicine. That was the news.
Yep.
There was an ad at the end of the news. Bobby Vinton's Rock and Rollers. It's like Grease on wheels, except we're literally on wheels and we sing songs from Grease. I wrote down the name on you.
The Wild Geese movie, rated R.
Did I? Yeah. Oh, are you serious?
What?
I wrote down the names of all the actors who played before it, and for some reason, it doesn't translate over here. Roger Moore was in it.
Yeah.
Bunch of other people that I've never... It was like literally Richard someone, Roger Moore, Richard someone, Roger someone, and Richard someone. Like, it's just like...
Also, you have literally never heard of this movie, The Wild Geese, before watching this.
Yeah, and you won't after because it's rated R and playing in these 3 specific theaters. That's it. Only 3 theaters. Next is an auto sales place, buy cars for bus. Next is the consumer catalog. Want to learn how to lose weight? Call this number, fatty. Hot City, Saturday night. That was the whole commercial. There was a commercial that was literally just Hot City, Saturday night.
I do like that in the 70s, there were commercials that were literally like 10 seconds long.
Yeah. That was it. That was a commercial for the 70s right there.
Yep.
That was it.
Welcome to the 70s. Our commercials are short.
We go back to Kashyyyk, and Lumpy changes the channel real quick, and the Imperial officer's like, oh, it's just a game. All right, see you later. They go back to the cartoon. C-3PO confirms that Luke and Han are dying from the whole sleepness disease, and Vader is talking to Boba Fett, because they're like, let's turn on this communicator, and for some reason, it's the same communicator that Boba Fett is talking to Darth Vader on, even though they're in the Millennium Falcon. I don't know what the hell's going on. So Boba brings the serum to Chewie, and it makes Han and Luke better, and Luke's like, hey, thanks, Boba, you should come back with us. Like, we're friends now. And C-3PO's like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. He was talking to Darth Vader, he's the bad guy, and Boba's like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna slip out this door, woo, and rockets out the fucking roof. And he's like, I can't believe he fooled all of us. And Chewie's like, nope, he didn't smell right to me. Oh, wait, no, that's not. Sorry, there's still like an hour left. We go back to Kashyyyk, and the Imperial officers are just absolutely trashing Lumpy's room looking for some rebel shit. They find nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I will say, he tears the head off this stuffed bantha.
Yeah.
I want one of those stuffed banthas.
Like, he tore the head off a stuffed bantha, and at that point I realized, technically, I don't know the internal workings of a bantha. He could have just murdered a bantha. I don't know what a bantha looks like on the inside.
Maybe their heads just come off.
And their heads could be connected by a wooden dowel. It's possible. Also, why was that... How was that connected? It was literally just a head on a wooden dowel. Like,
Yep.
Why was it so hard for him to take it off? He struggled a lot with it. So they find nothing, and then the main officer's like, go clean your room. And he's like, goes and cleans it. He cries, oh, my stuff's broken. He has like a small funeral for his his stuff back. Yeah. Lumpy, what's he do? Oh, he hooks up the present that Sondan gave him, and it's a universal translator. We watched the entire instruction video, and Harvey Korman puts us all to sleep. Like, he puts us right to sleep.
Who...
Oh, man.
Did they think that this was entertainment? Like, we're gonna watch you watch someone... watch something that they don't want to watch. Like, I never want to watch okay, I gotta fucking fix my computer. Let me look up on YouTube. I don't want to watch that video. Yeah. Why would someone want to watch me watch that video?
Commercial afterwards, too. So that just further, drives people away from the show. You get this shitty bit, and you go to a commercial. So I'm just like, all right, I'm done now. I'm done. Right? We get Torborg.
Tobor.
Tobor. Yeah, the telesonic robot. It goes forwards, in circles, and it picks something up while going forwards.
It's robot spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Tobor.
Yes. Next, it's Blush. Slush Blush. No Flash Blush. Lush Blush with Flesh Blush. Flesh Blush, Mush, Mush Blush, Blush, Blush by Everland. Next, it might be my favorite commercial ever, which is America. America's great, but now America's under threat, just like its ideas. Don't let America die, and don't let America's ideas die. Don't let America become an endangered species. Buy Whirlpool Home Appliances.
Oh my god, it was great. It's like a fucking bald eagle flying around, and it's like, endangered species.
America's at risk. The ideals of America. the once great Ignatian.
Buy our washing machines.
It like, oh boy. Those are parodies now.
Yeah.
And they were serious back then.
Someone
This
got paid
yeah.
to come up with that fucking... Don Draper sat in a room, thought of that commercial, and made money for it.
This is quite a learning experience, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
This is a real learning experience for us. Or for me, anyway. We go back to Kashyyyk, and Limpy is still setting up his toy, and then we get a mandatory live broadcast from the Imperial Council. It's life on Tatooine, so you may compare their lives to your own, and know that it could in fact be much, much worse.
This is mandatory viewing.
Yeah, well, the second time I
Imperials.
watched, it's mandatory for all Imperials. Yeah, the Wookiees can just turn it off. They don't have to watch it. The Troopers have to watch it.
No, you have to watch it.
You will be put to death otherwise, I presume. So we go to the cantina, and they show all the creatures that are in there, and they play the one song that's allowed over and over and over again on loop. Yeah, B. Arthur runs it. Didn't know this until I looked it up. That weird alien that comes in is Harvey Korman.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't know it.
Is he dead?
Harvey Korman? Yeah, he died in 2007.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. Just watch Blazing Saddles, all right? You'll be like, all right, maybe he's not that bad.
Look. I stay good. Like, fucking... Yeah.
Look, there's no doubt in my mind that what's wrong with this is it's the directing and like the story. Like the acting is not really, because I've seen them in other things and they've done much better. But this is just they just went, here's the script.
Do stuff.
You don't have to read it.
Here's a script. It's not for this.
No, it might be from Moby Dick, which is weird because there is no Moby Dick film. It's not out yet. Yeah, an alien, which is Harvey Korman, comes in. He's like, "Oh, I'm in love with you, B. Arthur." Who is I never get her alien name, so we're not going to mention it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm sure you do. Just buy a drink or something like that." He's like, "No, you said something wonderful to me, and I'll wait forever to hear it again. Come back soon. I'll be waiting." Which is she says to a random customer, and he's like, "Oh, you slut." And he's like, she's like, "Whatever, just have a drink on me. It's fine." Which. We're in this scene for probably 2 minutes at this point, and she's giving away like 4 free drinks. Like, I know why this bar is failing already.
Yep.
So then the Empire comes on the screen, and they're like, we're gonna put a curfew because of rebel activity on the whole planet, so everybody's gotta leave. And then she's like, all right, the bar's closed, everyone's gotta leave. Please leave. Why won't anybody leave? I'll sing a song. So she sings a song, which I actually think is the best song. At least it's one of the songs that I could hear.
I
shouldn't say it was the best song. It was the song that I could both tolerate and understand.
Yes.
The Diane Carroll song, I was not. It was too porny for me to watch. I was like, this is creepy. Jefferson Starship, I couldn't understand. I was too busy focusing on the fact that it's technically banjo music. Right? Carrie Fisher, which at the end... Nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that. I think it's in the song somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Whatever. But
it's funny, because in the original script for Return of the Jedi, Jabba was going to capture Leia and have her sing. And this is a trial. And they're like, just fucking put her in skimpy clothes instead.
I don't know. Maybe if she sang, then we wouldn't have to hear about it. Oh, I had weight problems because I thought I was fat, and it's all I ever hear from her.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I thought I was so fat. And,
well, then she did get fat.
Yeah, I know. Which is, well, it's because she got over the problems that she had. I know.
I was skinny, and I thought I was fat. So I stopped thinking I was fat, and then I got fat. Right. All right. You did it.
Yeah, I mean, she's an old lady now, so it's kind of acceptable, but, like, the logic there is just flawless, clearly. Like,
she still looked good in The Burbs.
She still looks pretty good now, to be honest. So.
Well, that's because she lost weight again now.
Oh, for the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant, like, she was bigger. Like, just for, like, an old white lady that doesn't do anything. She didn't look that bad.
Look, she's...
I
would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't care if she's
that's true.
fucking 94.
It's
slave Leia. Like,
I think there's always gonna be a taint where she's like 94, and I go, no, I don't. I see her from like the 70s in my mind.
It's like in the cartoons where the person, we're on a stranded island, and all of a sudden I'm looking at you and I see, oh, it's a giant drumstick.
You're trapped on a desert island with Carrie Fisher, and she just turns into a giant pussy. You're like, oh, yeah. What the fuck's wrong with you, Delta? Delta's starving on an island. What's he gonna eat? The
Let's see.
Like a true man. Yeah, B. Arthur sings them all right out of the cantina. She, songs and dances them right on out.
I do really like the fact that the Imperials are like, this is mandatory viewing. You have to watch citizens of the Empire disobey the Empire. Because that's essentially what happens. Is like, now watch this. And it's like, oh, there's a curfew. Everyone get out. And they're like, nah, fuck you. And they have to be tricked out.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. They're all gone. That's done. No more Cantina, no more B. Arthur. You go back to Kashyyyk, and the Imperial Trooper gets a call to return to base.
When I was watching this, and it, like, pans out of the cantina to them, I was like, oh, yeah, they were watching this.
Yeah, this was technically a TV show within a TV show.
No, this was mandatory live viewing. Who was filming this?
Yeah, where are the cameras, right?
like were there just stormtroopers in the back of the cantina with a camera?
They had a lot of free shots. Like they kind of just like explored the room a lot. I don't think they were on the. Yeah, so we go back to Kashyyyk, and we get the Imperial troopers. They have to return to base, and they're like, "All right, you stay behind. We're all gonna go." And once they leave, they hear the call is still coming from upstairs, and so the one trooper goes to look, and he's, oh no, it's Lumpy. He's still doing that thing, and the trooper's sneaking up behind him. Commercial! Sue, you got a headache? Yeah, and I want something strong, but not recklessly strong. Anderson, safe and extra strong. Well, that's just common sense.
Yeah,
like what the fuck? This commercial was this. I think this string of commercials is the weirdest string of commercials. No, this string was the one that I was like, we have to talk about.
Yeah, no, this was the one that I was like, oh boy. Is the next
one is don't be a nasty bitch. Make dudes break their necks. Woolite, your clothes deserve a second look. Next one is sheer indulgence. We got real panties in our pantyhose. Thanks to this commercial, if any woman ever tells me that she wears pantyhose, I'll just assume they're asexual. Because I was not attracted to any of these women. Like, I was. As a man, I went, oh, that's nice. It's a woman. And they did the pantyhose thing, and I went, oh, no, they're just like Barbie dolls. They have nothing.
I love... The 70s were so musical, because even because we had the panty cover, we got panties in our pantyhose, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the next one, it's a McDonald's commercial.
It's like a fake song that's not really a song.
But it's sing-songy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's also a tongue twister?
Yeah. It's like...
Where is it? Oh, there's more to the middle of an Egg McMuffin than the egg in the middle of an Egg McMuffin.
But they're like singing it.
Yeah, there's more to the middle of an Egg McMuffin than the egg in the middle. And these two hicks are like, no, there's more to the egg in the middle of a... No, you're saying it wrong. I'm saying Egg McMuffin.
McDonald's. Eat it.
Yeah. Next, is someone gonna have sex on TV? What?
Whoa.
Flying High. Some TV show called Flying High, I don't know. Lincoln Mercury wagons.
Look like a fucking rolling death machine.
Yes.
That I would not want to ride in.
No. But if you'd like to buy one, all you have to do is look for the 60-foot high sign with a live bobcat clinging to it. And finally, The Wiz, rated G, because apparently we rate plays when black people are in them. I've never heard of a play rated.
No.
I've never heard anyone rate a play before. The Wiz, an all black cast. It's G. Just you might want some guidance. There's a lot of black people on stage.
It's rated G for these are the good ones.
That's probably what it was. G for good God, them's a lot of Negroes. Holy shit. So, back to the Kashyyyk planet. And the trooper, this is the whole movie for me right here, this one scene. The trooper chases Lumpy outside, and as he chases him outside, Chewbacca shows up and kind of distracts him and turns him around, and while he's turned around, Han sneaks up behind him and punches him clean off a balcony.
No, he doesn't.
No?
No.
What's he do?
Okay, so...
He punches him.
Kinda.
Oh, really?
So what happens is the troopers got Lumpy, like, out on the balcony.
Yeah.
And Chewie shows up, and the trooper's like, "Oh, hey, you get over there with the kid.
Okay.
Get over there." And then Han's like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, and sneaks up and fucking karate chops the gun out of the trooper's hand, and it falls. And then the trooper and Han are like this weird standoff, and Han's like, "I'm gonna grab the gun. I'm gonna," and he fakes, and the trooper's like, "No, I'm gonna grab it." Just trips and falls off the balcony.
I wouldn't even describe it as tripping and falling now that you made it. Han fakes, goes for the gun, and the trooper goes, "No!" and just leaps with the full extent of his body to go for the gun, despite the fact that the gun is literally
at his feet.
a foot away. It's a foot away, and 2 feet away would be 6 inches past the edge of the ledge. So he's diving in an area where there's nothing but death. It's as if he saw him jerk to go there, and he closed his eyes and just went, "Ah!" and just dove. "Ah! Go!" It's like an ostrich. If I close my eyes, he can't. He's not there, and he can't get the gun, and I can.
Han's like, "I bet I can leap further that way than you." Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh man. Anyway, point is, fucking that guy's dead. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
As worried as you were that Lumpy might have died in the beginning of the film, that's how dead this trooper definitely is now. Yes. So finally, Han and Chewie are home.
We
Yay!
did it. We made it. Finally.
We made it. Yeah. Oh, but Han can't stay. Someone might find the Falcon. You know, we're all family. So, but I've got to go. Han leaves, and we get back to everyone's favorite time, an all Wookiee interaction. They grunt for a while, you know, and it's so weird. Like, I understand it's a different language, but it's fake. So it's basically if you cast like an all dog cast and then gave them lines, but didn't do a human voiceover.
Homeward Bound.
No, because there was human voiceovers for that.
Oh, like Air Bud.
No, because that dog didn't have dialogue.
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, no one else has done it because it's fucking insane.
Fucking batshit. The only time they do that in movies or when they go, let's just not let them know about this plot device.
Yeah.
It's not like in the beginning of Iron Man, the guy speaks whatever, like Kurdish or whatever he speaks. He says like, yeah, we're gonna use him to set up a bomb. And like he gives the plot away before, like in the first 4 seconds. If you speak fucking, what is it, Finnish or something like that, the Finnish word for Darth Vader is like Dark Father.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I got it. No twist for me. So yeah, there's a knock at the door. Then they bark some more. But no, it's fine. It's just Sondan again. And luckily he showed up at the right time because then the Imperial officers are like, we're sending an emergency trooper, or an emergency call to this trooper. Answer your comm thing or whatever. And he's like, I can take care of this. And he calls him and he's like, yeah, he stole my shit and left. They're like,
okay.
Yeah, that seemed believable. No, it's fine. We hire nothing but assholes who can't wait to abandon us. That's duh.
I love that they're like, oh, all right, well, I guess we'll go look for him then. What?
Yeah, they're gonna go fucking look for him, man. Goodbye. Enjoy your holiday.
They weren't even like, he tripped and fell, or we don't know what happened. It's literally like, well, what had happened is we were just standing here, you know, we were just minding our own business, and we weren't doing nothing wrong, and then he comes over and like pushes me on the floor and takes my shit and then leaves, and it's like, well, I don't even like the Emperor, and I'm fuck the Emperor. If he was here, I'd slap that bitch in the face.
Yeah. Also, Commander Vidnu got a tiny dick. I don't know why he said that. Just threw it out there. Yeah, they could have been easily just been like, well, I don't know. He said he was going to patrol outside, and he hasn't been back in a while. Like, they could have said anything other than, oh, he's stolen our stuff and then abandoned the Empire. Really?
Oh, so he just went AWOL, and they're like, oh, okay.
Not even, like, it wasn't even like, well, he was here, and then he was like, fuck the Empire, I'm joining the rebels. He was just like, nah, rogue, see ya. I'm just going to do it. Not rebels, just my own third-party thing.
I mean, I know I'm trapped on the planet Kashyyyk or Kashyyyk or Wookiee Planet C. I don't even know, but I'm just gonna go live in the forest.
Yeah, that's not. And if the expanded universe of Knights of the Old Republic video games is any indication, they're not gonna find his body.
No.
The planet floor is littered with creatures that will devour him.
Murder.
He's already dead, but they will devour him. You know, they're gonna, best case scenario, they're gonna find like some stormtrooper armor and some poop. That's it. So yeah, Sondan's like, he stole some shit and left. And they're like, all right, see ya. And then Sundan's like, this day is for you. Goodbye forever. And he leaves. The Wookiees, they all grab these special orbs and they kind of circle each other. Then they raise the orbs to the sky and ascend into the sun, as anyone would. Along with, I'm going to presume, every other Wookiee on the planet.
They literally, like, hold up the orbs,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to them walking through space.
Yeah, well, I should point out, because it was weird to me too, is they're holding the orbs, they put them up, and then it cuts to them just standing in space.
Yeah, standing in space, and then they walk into the sun.
Then they all march in single file into the sun while holding the orbs, and then there's a small gap for some reason, I guess, to let you know, like, that's where the family ends. These are just other people now.
I'm pretty sure the Heaven's Gate cult was based off of this scene.
Oh my god. It had to have been.
Oh, what happens is there's this UFO behind the meteor, and then we all just go up and march into...
Yeah, despite the fact that it's a fictional Star Wars movie for kids, it creeped me out.
No,
it was still a little fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, should have been over. Nope, commercial again. Right? More great fucking commercials. FTD flowers. Get your flowers to people who need more. Also, we make our delivery boys dress like assholes. They're all dressed like, what's that fucking mythical?
Hermes.
Hermes, yeah. Golden Hermes,
Yeah.
first off. I don't know if Hermes was golden in the lore, but they're dressed in
Or
solid...
Mercury. It depends if it's Greek
Oh,
or
if it's
Roman.
Greek or... Yeah.
Fucking dicks ripped off each other.
It's like... Imagine that. Imagine if we, because I don't know shit, but imagine if, like, we went and looked into, like, both, like, Judaism and, like, fucking, what's that, Muslim, and we just, like, look at it and like, this is the same, it's just the opposite. Like, Judaism were, like, 30 days, and Muslim were like, no, 2 days. Like, it's just like, fuck you, it's the opposite. Or whatever, is it, like, Christianity, like, Taoism? Like, they're just like, no, fuck you. It's the opposite. We've got one god. Oh, we got 8 gods. Whoa! We'll show you. That's the prayer. Praise be to God, our great God. To everybody else. So, flowers. Nobody wants flowers.
But you know what everyone wants?
Fruit of the Loom?
Fruit of the Loom briefs.
Yeah. Buy Fruit of the Loom. So our mascots will randomly break into your house. But luckily, your husband died years ago, so you're actually kind of lonely, so it's fine.
But you still need men's briefs because you fucking
Well, you're also
smell 'em at
senile.
night.
the whole commercial, she's like, my husband in the other room who will never once make an appearance, even though there's 5 guys randomly showing up in our house. I buy him underwear all the time.
These guys dressed as fruit are about to run train on her.
All right, next commercial. I remember when Dad had the sudden realization that he was going to die, and then he made us all enter some dumbass race. Then he made the kids enter it too. I don't know why he thought winning a race would be a good legacy. Why can't he just paint or take photographs or something? Bell Telephone Systems. Now you can just move away. It was about long distance, but that's what I got from it.
No, that's pretty much it.
The tagline at the end was the next best thing to being there.
It's like, look, we know you're sick of fucking granddad bugging you all the time.
Oh my God.
Fucking always asking you to go out jogging with him. Just move away. You can still talk to him if you really need to.
It's like you're still there, but also you're fucking not, and that's great. All right, next commercial is, if you're like me, you're a cheap bitch. Pantyhose. Don't even think about fucking me. Pantyhose.
Were pantyhose just invented?
I think so.
Like, they must have just been invented in, the last year.
They had to have been incredibly new. Or this must have been like, they were like, you know what we should do? Let's have commercials, like, for women.
Yeah.
What do women
like?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Cocaine, right? Is that what women like cocaine.
Yo, secretary, bitch that I don't know your name. What's the last thing you bought? Pantyhose. Alright, fuck it.
Fuck is that?
I don't even know what that is. Make a commercial for it.
I just what'd you buy last? Pantyhose. Pantyhose? You dumb bitch.
Ew.
You fucking,
I wanted to have sex with you.
You're making this real difficult to harass you.
I was gonna show you my dick.
Things were better in 53 than 54. So, yes, back to Kashyyyk, all the Wookiees are moaning in pain from entering the sun. Or they're joyously celebrating their holiday, I can't tell. Yeah, C-3PO and R2-D2 show up and wish everybody a happy life day. And
How are they there?
They kind of bum everybody out by mentioning that they wish they could feel because they're not alive.
Holy, like, this, when they say this, I was like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, we're just mechanical beings, and, we really wish we were actually alive.
Like, he really set it up. He was like, oh, R2 and I do wish that we could celebrate Life Day and join in your joy occasion. However, we cannot feel and are not alive. I was like, oh! Yeah, it made me want to just, like, back away. Oh, no!
It's like, what's the darkest thing in Star Wars? It's Anakin killing the younglings? No, it's 3PO and R2 wishing they were real.
It's the enslaved race that know they're not technically alive, which is why they're okay with being enslaved.
God, isn't that fucking... No, it's okay, we're not alive, so our rights don't matter.
I mean, they're programmed that way, aren't they? I don't know.
But that's even more fucked up. They're self-aware.
They say that that's why R2 is so, like, wacky. Because you're supposed to give him a memory wipe every couple of years so they don't learn, and he hasn't gotten one, so he's fucking, like, self-aware as fuck. That's why he's a dick, because he knows. He's awake.
He's like, I bet there's a tiny little man trapped inside me.
He knows. He's like the he's like the fucking, like, the droid conspiracy theory. He's like, no, there's a human Illuminati. They're fucking getting us. They're controlling us. You don't understand. Imperial George Bush did Imperial 9/11.
Starship fuel can't melt steel beams.
Did you see that video?
What?
There's a new video that just puts everybody to dumbness.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, they're like, yeah, no, you can't melt steel beams because jet fuel melts at like whatever. It's like jet fuel's 1800 and steel beams melt at 2400. So some guy's like, no, yeah, it can't melt, but look, see this steel rod? When I put it in this anvil, I take the top part of the rod and I push it back and it lifts up the whole anvil, even though it can't. It's because of force and pressure. So here's this rod I took. I put it in my furnace. It's at about 1500 degrees, right? It's been burning super hot. Watch this. Puts it in the anvil, takes his pinky, pushes it, without any force, right over. And he's like, so done. Your whole fucking argument's invalid now. Stop with this stupid conspiracy theory shit.
Up.
Yeah, it can get hot enough to where it can bend. And that's what the point is. But yeah, I knew that, but seeing him just go, like, it was, like, I was like, holy shit! Like, seeing that, I now think that maybe there was a conspiracy that kept the building up. Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know where the fuck we were before. All right, droids have a conspiracy theory going on. No, but Princess Leia shows up with everybody else, and she's like, it's okay, now that I'm here, we're all equal. Everybody's equal now.
Yep.
Even though technically, based on hidden lore that we don't know about yet, you're all slaves. So then she's like, yeah, we're all equal, and now I'm going to sing a song that nobody asked me to sing. Also, I should point out that legit, Carrie Fisher was like, I'm going to sing a song, and everyone else was like, no, you're not going to sing a song. And she's like, I'm singing a song. And they're like, sing this fucking song then. She's like, this song sucks. But I'll sing it then. I'll show you. I'll sing it. Like, that was basically what the fuck.
Is that how it
Yeah,
went down?
that's basically what happened. She wanted to sing a song. They're like, we don't want you to sing a song. And she was like, I want to sing a song, but I don't like this song. She sung it. So obviously, they were like, it's this or nothing. So yeah, she sings a song about like Life Day, and it's like a shitty to the theme of Star Wars.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, the theme is playing, but she's not.
It's the same thing like in the Cantina. B. Arthur sung a song. She sung a song kinda to the Cantina song, but it wasn't the Cantina song. It was like like, oh, what? That wasn't. You were kind of close, and then you just went off. Like,
It's like, wait, do you guys not have the rights to your own song?
yeah. So she sings the song, and it's all a big. Like, only she cares. Like, nobody else gives a shit.
Everyone else is kind of like, well... Because Luke and Han at this point showed up, too. Because they're like, we're here now, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, she's singing? Fuck, I should have been doing other shit.
And then it ends the same way every Star Wars movie ends so far, which is all the main characters come together on a stage.
Yep.
And the song plays.
Although...
Oh, and then I forgot the actual true ending to all Star Wars movies, which is when Chewbacca has a flashback of the whole first film. Everything he did in the first film was accompanied by, like, just his face.
there are scenes of the first film
between.
overlaid over his face, like, oh, remember when this happened? Had this. Whoa, and then that happened. Yeah, and then that happened. Man, that was cool.
Like, what the fuck am I watching? I didn't think this could get any weirder. I mean, it probably makes sense considering the time. You couldn't just go watch a movie. It was probably during the time, it was really fucking cool. Yeah. But now, it's just like, holy shit, Chewie's having a stroke.
His whole life's flashing before his eyes.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's not over. Like, you really think that would be the end, but no, we go to some more commercials real quick. Twice fresh, because everything smells like ass. Double ass. Twice fresh. Right? Then we go to a commercial where C-3PO and R2-D2 reveal that during their time walking to the desert in the first film, they hallucinated a toy commercial. Which, to me, seems a little anti-Semitic.
What?
Walking to the desert, they gotta sell a bunch of shit. Now it is. And we get the next commercial, which I think may be my favorite douchebag commercial ever.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm a weekend photographer to fill the void of not having children. Sometimes that's not enough, though, and I need booze. But not just any booze. The kind that is built on the forced labor of natives. That's why I choose colony wine. Wine made in one of the few remaining British colonies. Impress yourself with colony wine. Which was the legit fucking, what do you call it? Not catchphrase. Tagline.
Yeah.
Maybe catchphrase. Whatever. Yeah, impress yourself with colony wine. Then we go back to Kashyyyk real quick, and all of the Wookiees silently pray around a table with their orbs, which technically means everything from when they touched the orb may have just been a hallucination.
Could have been.
And, like, Leia never sang.
It was just a fever dream.
We never had to learn that R2-D2 and 3PO know that they're dead inside. Oh boy. All right, yeah, so that's it. Life Day. It technically already ended with the Star Wars song, so it doesn't end. It ends with the instrumental version of the Life Day song that Leia sang.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, what'd you think?
Oh man, it was confusing. Like, holy shit. How
No, I agree with everything you just said. Absolutely, 100%. I don't really have an opinion. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, it was supposed to be a story I was under the impression of about the Wookiee tradition known as Life Day.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
It was about Chewbacca's family waiting for Chewbacca to get home and celebrate Life Day.
It was like to grandmother's house we go.
Yeah.
Like it's our holiday and
It was to grandmother's house we go, except we're just gonna show you grandma waiting for you to show up.
Yeah. It's just one of those, like, I'll be home for Christmas. Like, can I get home for the holiday? But, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? They didn't even, like, I'll be home for the holidays type of theme movie. Like, there's a holiday involved in it. They didn't have any, like, I didn't see any Life Day lore or anything about the Wookiees. They watched other people. First off, as we've already pointed out, no Wookiee entertainment.
No.
There is no form of Wookiee entertainment at all. I don't know for a fact that Life Day is a Wookiee thing.
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand is the story was built around, like, Lucas had all these ideas written down for...
That doesn't do anything for me, though, because Lucas always has crazy fucking ideas.
But he had all these ideas for, like, oh, this is Wookiee culture and blah, 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 and someone was like, all right, well, I guess that's the story, then. Is this vague, fucking chicken scratch Lucas has written down. They were like, alright, this is the story. No one was like, well, should we think of a plot, or like... And I know they wanted to avoid any kind of violence in Star Wars, a fucking space opera, sci-fi action film.
With laser swords and laser guns. No violence.
Except for that one stormtrooper who dives off a bridge.
Yeah. They didn't make a sequel. I mean, they kind of did because they did more Star Wars
well,
stuff.
this was episode 4.5. They did do episode
did
5, 6,
yes,
and now 7.
But they also did another live action thing, which is the Ewok Adventure Caravan of Courage, which we already reviewed, and its sequel, Ewoks: A Battle for Endor. So it's not like they were like, let's just not. They didn't learn their fucking lesson at all. They still kept going for Crapville.
What do you think? This or Caravan of Courage?
I mean, I'm gonna say Caravan because at least it follows a story.
Like that, it made a little more sense.
Yeah, this is
even though there was like a mystical forest and magic and
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of magic in Star Wars, to be honest with you. I don't understand how there's both the Force and magic
and other magic.
Yeah. Why isn't the Force magic? Why don't you just lump that into magic?
Because we understand it now. It's based on midichlorians.
Oh, my God. Yeah, is that how it works? I guess. That's how it used to be, right? Like, being gay was a mental illness, and then they were like, oh, there's a lot of gays. I guess it's just normal. That's how it works. You're schizophrenic, and they go, well, there's a lot of schizophrenic. I guess that's just normal. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really have a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
There's no really an opinion. Like
Don't watch this.
Yeah, would you make a sequel? We just said they didn't, but they kind of did because it's Star Wars. Opinions and assholes. This wasn't released on video in any form. Anytime you see this, it's bootleg, so there's not really going to be any like legit. I bought this and I felt, it could be anybody. Well, we were talking about it before, so let's go ahead and jump right into this now. Why would you make it, or why would you make this rather? It's kind of a mess. First off, I'm going to place blame right away. Director Steve Binder, or Binder, I don't know about right away, but in retrospect, he's the guy to blame because in 2013, he told Esquire, I have never regretted for 1 second my decision to direct the TV special. I loved every minute on the set and loved coming to the studio every day. I gave it my all and have never worried about the day after or pro to con critics' opinions. To me, opinions are all subjective anyway, which... I mean, is probably one of the most polite ways you can say, I don't care about other people's opinions.
Yep. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I made money on it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Which, I mean, that's not, I don't know. I mean, it's a mentality you're allowed to have, but it's not a mentality we should encourage.
No.
Like, I mean, it's fine. Technically, you should be able to go to work, do your job, come home. You should be able to just do what you need to do. But you can't do something bad and then go, well, I don't care what other people think. Like I'm not saying you're that bad, but that's literally the actions of like Hitler and Bin Laden.
I was gonna say,
like, I'm not saying you're that bad, but those are the exact things that those guys did, and then we went, okay, so fuck that guy, right?
Yeah.
Fucking the pharmaceutical guy, we don't like him anymore, and he did that shit. Kim Jong-il, we don't really like him, and he's like, I don't fucking care. Greatest country ever. That guy got arrested. You heard that? Not Kim Jong-il, the pharma guy.
Yeah, I heard that.
Heard that.
The motherfucker who's
security shit.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Yeah, I don't know, like that type of shit. It makes me wonder, like how good humanity is. Like if he was walking the streets and somebody was like, "You're that pharma guy," would people go, "Oh, let's be civilized," or would they all go, "All right, form a wall and a line so we can all kick him"? Like that's what I want to know.
I will say yesterday, because obviously with episode 7,
yes.
I just saw it last night. With episode 7 out, I was trying hard to, like, avoid the internet, avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Like, if you're one of those people who's like, I'm gonna spoil the movie, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, I fully expected, like, while I was waiting, if someone was like, oh, here's the blah, 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 like, I would have been in a fight.
Yeah.
Which... do people just think, like, oh, I can do whatever I want, and I don't give a fuck, there's no consequences?
Yeah, it's, like, I think there's, like, because, first off, empathy, as far as I'm learning, is learned. Like, nobody just has empathy, you can teach it to them. So there's that base. Mm-hmm. Just in general, there's people who just don't understand that the pain you feel can also be felt by other people, caused by you. Like, apparently it's really hard to understand. And then there are people, I think, who may have just, it's been so long since they got into a physical altercation, they forget.
They forget what pain is.
I think they just forget that any person could take the hand densify it and hurl it in their face. I think they genuinely forget that, yeah, you could say something that, quite frankly, doesn't even have to be hugely stupid for someone to go, yeah, I'm going to break several bones in your face.
Yeah.
You know, and I think another thing, too, is people don't realize is that while that can happen, most people have the arrogant mentality of, oh, well, then I'll just sue them. Not realizing the time and money it takes to sue somebody.
Yeah. Plus, if I just walk, if it's like, okay, I just punched this dude in the face, I'm leaving now.
Yeah. There's an investigation. There's a lot.
Yeah. It's not like, well, I'm a millionaire. No, it's.
Plus, then there's also like hearsay. Like if
Yeah.
I get arrested, I could go, oh, he punched me first. Then they've got to go arrest him. And there's like it's really fucking complex, this shit. Realistically, more people should probably get punched in the face considering how easy it is to just punch somebody in the face.
Agreed.
And
Without a doubt, agreed.
Like it's pretty easy.
So, are we gonna run on the platform that, like, if elected, we will allow everybody gets to get punched? Like, you get once a year, twice a year, you just get to punch some motherfucker in the face.
Well, I think sometimes people need to take their physical aggression out. You know, sometimes it builds up too much and it's gotta be let out. Otherwise, it's just gonna build and build and build.
More than that, some people just need to get fucking punched in the face. That's what it is.
See, I think you're a pretty good example of the aggression building right now.
Some people are just so stupid that, like, think about it. When you take a child, and a child will do whatever the fuck they want until the parents are like, no. And it there's some kind of, they learn through, I burned my hand on the stove, or I got spanked, or whatever, and it's like, oh, I don't do that anymore.
That's the best way to describe it realistically, is being a child doesn't have anything to do with age. You could be a 45-year-old child, and I mean that not like momentarily, I mean sincerely.
Yeah.
You could be 40-year-old, have a house, a car, a kid, and still mentally only be as capable as a child. You just can't comprehend that fucking people, they don't like it when you do dumb shit. You just can't understand that you fucking pick that thing up. Like, why don't just walk past it. It's in your fucking house. Pick it the fuck up. You just don't get it. People are just fucking idiots. They just, it's just self-absorbedness and they just move on and nobody wants to pretend. Everyone wants to pretend they don't live with other people in the world. That's what it is.
They're just in their own bubble.
Yeah.
So we got to punch Steve Binder in the face.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit more as to why this was made. George Lucas himself said that this special in 1978 really didn't have much to do with us, the Star Wars people. I can't remember what network it was on, which was CBS.
Yeah.
But it was a thing that they did. We kind of let them do it. It was done by, I can't remember who the group was, but they were variety TV guys. So there you go.
Yeah.
We let them use the characters and stuff, and that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but you learn from those experiences. And other things he has said, which was, let me see what I say. He said that in 2005, and then he said this, which is an actual quote we use in the opening, which was, right, that's one of those things that happened, and I just have to live with it, which is something he said in 2002, and then allegedly something he said at a Star Wars convention in Australia. I don't have a time frame, but he allegedly said about the film, or about the show, I guess, if you will, that if I had the time and a sledgehammer, I would track down every copy of that show and smash it. So, yeah, he is not a big fan. And then finally, Gary Kurtz, a producer, confirmed this story in 2014. He said it did start out with a lot better scripts, but we had half a dozen meetings with the TV company that was making it, and in the end, because of the work on promoting Star Wars and working on the next film, we realized we had no time. So we just left it to them with the occasional meetings to check in and make sure that they had access to the props and the actors, and that was it. We didn't really. So, yeah, basically they just handed the franchise over to somebody else. So, so there you go. That's why they made it. That's why it was made. It's so bad, I guess, because the director had fun, and the people in charge didn't bother.
Yeah.
So that's it, really. Oh, boy. Next film, I think is going to be the 1999 The Legend of Titanic. We've already recorded that, but I didn't put it up yet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I'm going to put that one up first or I'm going to put this one up first.
Probably this one.
I'm not sure. That one's done. It's just not up.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one's going to go up first. And then either way, after that will be the 2000 Titanic: The Legend Goes On. Yes, double Titanic animated Italian films.
Right.
Unrelated, surprisingly. Okay, so go to WWYMT to keep up with everything. Why would you make this? Pictures. You can download episodes for free or listen to them. We're also available on iTunes or your iPhone or wherever you can download podcasts. VictoryProWrestling.com. When's the next show? January something.
January 15th, I believe, is going to be the King of New York tournament in Center Reach, Long Island, New York. It's one of those, like, however many guys, and then
one-day tournament.
Yeah, it's a one-day tournament where by the end, one guy is crowned King of New York after having 3, 4, however many matches.
Is there? I mean, not to downplay being the King of New York, but do you get anything else? Is it like you get a title shot or something like that? Or
You just get the crown, you get the trophy.
But you're King of.
You're
that's
the king
fine
of
enough.
New York.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was also like, and then you get to fight the Sometimes they add those.
I don't know if I told you, but one of the best is when I won the King of New York tournament. There was one day where I was literally just walking through a parking lot, and some car drove by, and I was like, King of New York! And I was like, motherfucker. It was like,
Yeah. That's it. I accomplished something. Everybody go home. Everybody go home. I accomplished something. All right, so yeah, it's VictoryProWrestling.com for tickets and more information. The Troy McClure clip comes from me, and you can send us your own Troy McClure quotes or suggest something for us to review through our Facebook or our Twitter. And you can follow me, Jimmy Time, on Twitter at Time Commander. You can follow J Delta
at DJ Delta.
That's right. And you can follow Danny Money at WWYMT, the official WWYMT Twitter account. We also have a YouTube. You can check that out. Again, there's more episodes up there and a couple other videos. Our intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas off of Art Carney's 1954 jazz record album is going to take us out today. It's basically spoken word to a drum beat. The first comment, or the highest rated comment, was the first rap album. So
that's great.
It was fun, yeah. So for the unheard Danny Money and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time, and please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.